What's going on, babe?
Hey babe, how was your day?
It was actually pretty productive. Happy to be home.
Good. You know we got a game today. Honey, a little rough around the edges.
I'm saying I've been working all night, taking care of business, getting to the. You know what? I don't even want to talk about it. I got you. I'm not trying to be out here looking like a dusty, and that's why I'm excited to have Teach Hanley as a sponsor of today's video. They help me start and maintain my skincare routine by making the entire process uncomplicated. Honestly, it's the best skincare system for guys like you and me. I recommend you start with their level 1 system, which come with all of the basics: a daily face wash to get rid of the dirt and grime on your skin, a 2 times per week exfoliating scrub to get rid of the dead skin cells, an AM moisturizer with SPF 20 because you should always be protecting your skin from the sun, and a PM moisturizer to help your skin stay hydrated and healthy throughout the night. My favorite part about Teach Hanley is that every box comes with an instruction card that tells you when to use each product, how much to use, and in what order. In addition to amazing skin, members of Teach Hanley get tons of benefits, including at least 20% off the retail price and the ability to customize your box. And because Teach Hanley is sponsoring today's video, they're offering my viewers an amazing deal. Just click the first link in the description. You'll get 30% off your first box plus a free gift. Click the link and get started today. We taking care of ourselves. Self-care, fellas, is the first step to be able to get to that bag, to take care of business, and be on top of things and level up in every aspect of your life. Feel the Teach, my friends. What's going on is Anton from AntonDaniels.com. I appreciate you guys for continuing to rock with me. Welcome. Yo, today we're streaming in 4K. All right. From now on, we're going to be streaming in 4K. Let me give you a little bit of an update on some of the changes that we have going on Anton from AntonDaniels.com. First and foremost, let me go ahead and acknowledge the chat. Say what up, though. What up to all of my friends in the chat? What's up, friends? How y'all doing today? It's Thursday. I see. I got Natasha in there. I got Heather. Hey, Heather. What's up, Steven? What's up, friends? We doing a little bit of a test run on some things. So let me give y'all a little bit of an update, right? Let's go ahead and get the housekeeping out of the way. So before we get started, let me first say that I love you. I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning into the Millionaire Morning Show. We are back on track. We are back to our regularly scheduled program with some slight modifications. Ladies and gentlemen. I don't know how to set this up. I don't know if I want to do it like this. That's probably best. We got some slight modifications going on. So, as a result, and one of the benefits of streaming in 4K, and some changes and some modifications that's been made to the platform. Here, let's do this. Let's do it like that. That should be sufficient. Because of some changes that's been made to the platform, so on and so forth. Are we crispy? Am I crispy? Is my mic right? Check 1, check 2. Is everything awesome as usual? What's up, friends? So as a result, you might be seeing this on a slight delay, right? We got a delay going on right now. And one of the benefits of me making some modifications and adjustments is that I can catch anything. So you're on a slight 1 minute and a little bit of change delay. So I'm going to catch everything. So I am testing some things. And we're going to get it in. I'm going to go live on Instagram for a little bit too. All right. So we're going to throw that up there. So we're making modifications all the way across the board, ladies and gentlemen. Things are going to change. So I'm not going to not drop the link in the chat, so we will be getting that in today. But we are going to continue to do the work. We're going to do God's work, and we're going to continue to do what we do. So thank you for tuning into the Millionaire Morning Show. Kojak says the video was ultra crispy today. That's what I like to hear. I got a full show laid out for y'all today. We gonna get it in. We gonna get it popping. Whoa, that's kind of small. So we got to make that adjustment. So let's get that adjustment up there. All right, we making some changes. We getting some kinkering out of the way. So welcome to my channel. If you are on Instagram and you're watching this on Instagram, welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Millionaire Morning Show on YouTube. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you. Thank you for continuing to rock with me. And we going to continue to get it in. All right. So first and foremost, let me say that the sponsor of the show is absolutely phenomenal. Shout out to T.H. Henley. Uncomplicated skincare for men, 30% off your first order plus a free gift if you're watching this on YouTube. And we're expanding to other platforms as of tomorrow. If you're watching this on YouTube, shout out to T.H. Henley. Link is in the description to get your Teej pack, 30% off your first order plus a free gift. Uncomplicated skincare for men. In addition to that, shout out to the bag chasers. I appreciate the bag chasers for continuing to hold me down and to continue to rock with me. I love you guys. I appreciate you. Thank you so much for continuing to rock with me. You guys are incredibly awesome. I mean, incredibly awesome. Thank you to the bag chasers. You guys are awesome. So let me give y'all an update on what we're doing in the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. So Saturday, May 14th, we have a Patreon meetup in Las Vegas. Saturday, May 14th, we got a Patreon meetup in Las Vegas. It is going to be awesome. More details to come. We got a Patreon exclusive video coming either tomorrow or Saturday. This weekend, probably Sunday, we are going to be live streaming. I pushed it back a week because of everything that went on yesterday. But we are going to be live streaming. Hold on, let me make something. Give me a second. Give me 1 second. Anton is rocking with the technical difficulties in real time. Jesus Christ. We're going to be live streaming this Saturday or Sunday in the Patreon on part 3 of building a business. We're going to go through all of the financials. We're going to start breaking it down as far as budgeting for what it is that we're going to build, probably in Detroit, Atlanta, or Miami for our new business that we building. I'm putting up at least $100,000 of my own money to be able to do so. And we're going to get you popping. All right. So got a full lineup. If you need personal coaching or you want to talk to me personally, go to my website, antondaniels.com, as well as follow me on every other platform, Twitter, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook. We are on everything, and all of those links is in the description. So continue to rock with me on all platforms. But if you need to get in touch with me and you want to speak with me personally, make sure you get in touch with me on my website. Go to antondaniels.com. Send me a message from there. You can click the email link, or you can email me at antondaniels413@gmail.com, and we're going to get you popping. Again, shout out to all of the Patreon members and the bag chasers. We have a phenomenal show lined up for you today, and it's going to be absolutely awesome. So first and foremost, I also want to give a shout out to my fans. Now, if you're a bag chaser or you're a person that's watching this because you just rock with me, you know I would never call you a fan. I'm always going to call you a friend. I'm not that arrogant. I'm not that high up. As a matter of fact, I love you guys so much that I would never, ever look at you as a fan. I look at you as a friend. But I do want to give a shout out to all of my fans. Now, you may ask, Anton, who are your fans if the people that's watching this that rock with you and the people that are in the Patreon, if they love you and they are part of your tribe, if you call them family and friends, who are fans? You see the triple F? Family, friends, and then fans. Because I don't have enemies. I don't believe that I have enemies. Some people may believe that they're my enemy, but I don't have. Those are fans. Those are my biggest fans. Listen, there's so much of my fans that their channel is my channel. I know I'm petty. I know I'm petty, LaBelle, but their channel is my channel. Right? They have, and listen, they've created the entire Anton Daniels 24-hour watch network. They're my fans. That's my channel. That ain't your channel. That's my channel. Ain't nobody checking for you, Otis. Ain't nobody checking for any of these dudes. They're checking for Anton from AntonDaniels.com. Now you would say, Anton, why are you entertaining it? Because I want to give a special shout out to them and acknowledge them because they're awesome. They're my biggest Bro, it's free promotion without promotion, right? They go there to check me out. They're not there to check you out. Ain't nobody checking for you, Otis. Yo, listen. All you got to do is do a test. The minute that they make content about what their own thoughts are, ain't nobody checking for y'all, Otis. These is my channels. They're the 24-hour Anton promotional channel network. And so they my biggest fans. I love them. I think that you guys should celebrate them, right? They my little girlfriends. Hey, girlfriends. Hey, boo-boo. Hey, boo-boo. I might as well, listen, honestly, I might do a Anton's biggest fans meetup where all of the people that run my promotional networks that jock me every day, where they can come in and they can really jock. Because listen, y'all. Contrary to popular belief, no one hates me. It may seem that way, but in reality, nobody really hates me. Because I have never, not one person in real life, and you know I'm out in the streets. Me and Rita was out kicking it yesterday. We was out in the streets. You know what it was? Love. Love. As a matter of fact, I get more love in their cities than they do. Ain't nobody even checking for them. Ask them. If anybody ever recognizes them, they're going to be like, hey, ain't you Anton's biggest fan? Ain't nobody checking for them. So I wanted to take a special 3 to 4 minutes just to acknowledge the Anton Daniels network, because one of my biggest goals earlier in this year was because I wanted to have everybody saying my name. One thing that you cannot deny is that when you see me, you gonna acknowledge me as Anton from AntonDaniels.com, or you gonna say my first and my last name, one way or another. So I do want to acknowledge y'all. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank you for continuing to promote me. Continue to do the work, do God's work, because we're gonna continue to run the numbers up, and love is love. Love is love. Fan Appreciation Day coming soon. Coming soon. Because ain't nobody checking for you, Otis. All right. Let me stop being petty. Again, shout out to my Patreon members. If you are not a part of the Patreon, if you're not doing the work, if you're not a part of what it is that we're building as far as the tribe and doing all of God's work, make sure that you tap in. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. This show is dedicated to you, my friends. And on top of that, you should get you a Teach Pack. 30% off your first order plus a free gift. All right, so let's get into the show. Now that we got the housekeeping out of the way, we can get it popping. So, first and foremost, I want to just say this to my ladies, okay? Rock with me here. Come along with me. I want to say this to my ladies. I've been getting a lot of women that's been emailing me and saying, Anton, I want to book a session. More than usual. And I don't know if it's because the weather is changing and it's hot girl season and y'all trying to have y'all a Miami trip. I don't know what's going on, right? We usually have a ratio that's more close to like 40% women, 60% men, people that book coaching calls and that's tapped in with me. And you should check my schedule. We booked out. So if you need a coaching call or you need to tap into me personally, make sure you go to my website, AntonDaniels.com, and you send me an email from there. But shout out to the ladies, right? Because lately there has been more women than men that's tapped into me. Shout out to Beautiful Disaster. Shout out to Natasha. Shout out to all of my ladies that's in the chat. Shout out to Alina, Beautiful Disaster. I love y'all. Shernon is in the building. Yes, the ladies are booking more sessions than the men. But let me tell you what I'm hearing when they book these sessions. Anton, I don't know what to do. Okay, cool. Now, one way or another, you know it always comes back to the money. I'm the money man. I'm the money man. So you know it comes back to the money. But then what they say surprises me because one way or another, story after story, it always comes back to the same thing. I got this guy. I'm with him. We in a relationship. I'm his baby mama. I'm his wife, whatever, so on and so forth, right? And I'm ready to level up. I want more for my life. I want my kids to be able to go to college. I don't want to be in debt. I'm tired of going to the payday loan place. I make a gajillion dollars a year. Yes, these women are making a lot of money. And I'm going to be honest with you. I know that this is going to be a little bit more controversial, but the truth is the truth. And I'm not here to censor myself to make you feel better about yourself. I'm here to tell you the absolute positive truth. If these women were by themselves, they might be a little bit lonely, but they would be doing significantly better financially. Let me say it one more time for the people in the back, because I know you're going to get bothered by it. And I know for a fact this is something that's going to prick your heart. Now, don't get mad at me, right? The same thing that I tell the women: look in the mirror instead of looking out the window. Get the beam out of your own eye before you start holding everybody else accountable. This is what they're saying. Not individually, but a lot of them collectively. Let me tell you what they're saying. Shout out to Terrell Smith. He says, morning, Anton. I wanted to know if you could do a video on writing an effective business model for the Patreon. I can. Thank you for the request. Thanks for all the knowledge. I got you, Terrell. Thank you for the 10 ball. I appreciate you. But let me tell you what's happening, right? You have 3 different types of women, maybe a 4th, depending on how it go. But I don't really see the 5th I don't see the 4th that often. I see 1, 2, and 3, but I don't see the 4th that often. The 4th type of relationship is my relationship, is being successfully married. You don't really hear from those women. You hear from the men. The men are getting coaching in those specific situations. We're going to get to the Drake thing. We're going to get to the relationship thing. We're going to get to the Amber Heard and Johnny Depp thing. But I just want to have this conversation with you really quickly. So this is what you hear. The 4th situation, you have 4 situations, but you never hear from the 4th. The 4th are the men that are getting the coaching, that are leveling up, being the best version of themselves. They are part of the Patreon. They're continuing to do what they do. They're consistent. They don't take what I say, and I'm hard on my guys. I get on them. Yo, fam, what is that? What's going on? Take care of this business, whatever, blah, 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 blah. They're the ones that's getting the coaching. They're the ones that's leveling up. They're the ones that's winning in every aspect of their life, right? You don't hear from those women because those women are good. They straight. They in a great space. They don't need any coaching from me. They do, but they don't think that they do because they're so insulated by what it is that I'm doing with their man that they man just cover them, okay? So here's the other 3 situations that I see, okay? I see the woman that is with a man, but she not successfully married. They like ships passing in the night, right? Who knows why? A lot of times I'm able to reel that back in, fix that relationship, but there's no fundamental reason as far as financially or anything like that. They're just growing apart. But we need to fix that because we want people to be successfully married, right? The second situation that I see is I see the woman that is in a relationship because she don't want to be lonely, because the majority of the talking points that's happening on the internet is saying you have to be with a man. They don't say why you have to be with a man, but they say you have to get with a man. And because they got with a man and they're lonely, what's happening is they're willing to put up with anything. So this man may not have a job. He may be couch surfing. He may spend the majority of his time playing video games. And listen, it's a lot of guys that's not in that boat. So if the shoe don't fit, then don't worry about it. But don't start crying like a hit dog and start hollering. If you see yourself being described, just know that you need to make some changes. Listen, Uncle Anton is here to tell you the absolute truth. I'm not here to make you feel good about yourself. I'm here to give you the game so you can level up. Sometimes the truth hurts. It is what it is, right? But we see that guy, right? She may make significantly more money than him. She may be working harder than him. She may be doing everything. She's taking care of the kids, whatever. She's taking care of business. But She just wants to make sure she's doing everything in her power to make the relationship work. Everything. I mean, she may be doing great in every aspect of her life, but she got this one anchor called a man that's on her back, not pulling his weight. He ain't even a partner. She's his mother. She's his mother. And then the third situation, right, is you see the woman that's by herself. And so the grass is always greener on the other side. So she's willing to make certain sacrifices in order to be with a man, right? She's winning. She's successful. She's financially great. She may look great, whatever, so on and so forth. But she can't find a man because she's unwilling to settle. So what do you do? What do you do? At this point, I'll tell you, maybe you need to book a coaching call because there is no one size fits all solution to the problem that you may be experiencing. Okay. Let me make a quick modification to my session to make sure that we good. At that point, you might need to book a might need to book a session. All right. But there is no one size fits all solution to what it is that we see and being had, what it is that we see is happening. All right. Slight modification already updated. Cool. Yeah, Natasha. What's up, Natasha? But again, the thing that I want to say, and I'm just putting this out there, the thing that I want to say is that, baby girl, you can't just put up with anything just for the sake of saying that I'm engaged. A lot of y'all women, y'all are forever engaged. I mean, I've seen women that said that they've been engaged for the last 10 years. What are you talking about? You are not engaged. You are a placeholder, ma'am. You are a placeholder. You are not engaged. A lot of these people are just enduring through marriage. That is not a successful marriage. The goal is not to just be married. The goal is to be successfully married. The goal is not to just be in a relationship. The goal is to thrive. The goal is not to just have a partnership. The goal is to be able to fall into your natural state, which is that feminine and masculine role that men and women embody, and be able to thrive. But if you can't do that, then that means you are unequally yoked. You are unequally yoked. It means that you are two people that may not be on the same page, which means that you'll be growing in two different directions until you cannot take it anymore and you will separate and you continue to divide yourself. Okay? So I'm just giving you the game. Don't get mad at the messenger, right? Don't get mad at me. Pay attention to what your situation is and then allow Anton from Anton Daniels to be able to fix you. So I just wanted to give you all that public service announcement before we get started. You want to continue? Now, ladies, before we get started with the show, that does not mean that you're absolved from doing what it is, because we only hear one side of the equation a lot of times. So I can't just completely say, oh, the guy ain't doing what he's supposed to do. We hearing your side of the story, and it may be very accurate. But at the same time, we're going to have to take a finer look at exactly what's going on so we can make a better assessment of what the heck is going on. So let's continue, ladies and gentlemen. First and foremost, I'd like to address men shooting a shot in wives' DMs. Shout out to Beautiful Disaster. Beautiful Disaster says, I'm the one with the hustle mindset is tough when the gender roles are flipped. This ain't what y'all want, ladies. Facts. I'm not on code for anybody. I'm just going to say facts. She is absolutely, positively, 100% correct. Facts. Thank you, Beautiful Disaster, for the fireball. I love you, baby girl. One of my top, always holding me down people. I appreciate you, love. Let's talk about men shooting a shot in wives' DMs, right? So, on one hand, I got to say, good job. Phenomenal job, Drake. Phenomenal job. On the other hand, I have to ask a question. And the question is, how far is too far? Right? Now, I haven't come to a conclusion, but I'm just going to give you the game on what it is that I see. And then we're going to jump right into this Amber Heard thing because somebody sent me this clip and I thought that it was a good opportunity to review what bad relationships look like and why it becomes so toxic, okay? So, Drake, right? One of the most popular people in the world, absolutely phenomenally. A great artist, one of my favorite artists. I love listening to him, especially when I got my chick in the car, right? Public figure. The question that I'm asking myself as I'm having this conversation with you guys is being a public figure the thing that enables or makes it right for other people to be able to say whatever it is that they want to say when they want to say it to you, right? Shout out to my dog, Big Pete. Big Pete says, good morning. Shout out to the bag chaser. Shout out to my dog, Big Pete. Big Pete, I kicked it with Big Pete down in DC. Was it DC? Yeah, it was DC. Shout out to Big Pete. We had a bag chasers meeting down in DC. We doing it in Vegas on May 14th. That is next weekend, not this weekend, next weekend. So it's going to be popping. All right. Shout out to Big Pete. So you got this guy, right? And I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. I'm going to share my screen with you guys really quickly, right? You got this guy, and you know, it's very interesting being on Twitter. I'm glad that I signed up for Twitter. If y'all not a part of my Twitter tribe, then make sure y'all tap in. It's going to be absolutely awesome. So you got this guy, right? Drake had put up a message, and he said, specifically, he said, he was talking about basketball. It's basketball, it's the playoffs and all of that. And he said, imagine your son makes the league and he's Ja or Melo. Ja Morant with the Memphis Grizzlies and Melo is with the Charlotte Hornets. Phenomenal young players. They're going to be the face of the league. These dudes are awesome. But they had a very, very great support system from their father, right? And he says, imagine your son's making a league and he's Ja or Melo or Lonzo. All you can do is be elated and competitive and over supportive, and it's a rite of passage that the OGs talk shh. I told you I'm gonna stop cussing, so I'm gonna make my best effort. I know I'm gonna be this way even if my son is in a Rubik's Cube competition. Now, what he's explaining is the joys of being a parent. He's saying, yo, I'm gonna be supportive of my kid no matter what. I love it. And the Big Baller brand, Big Dog, he's gotten a lot of flack over the years, but I recently watched a video of him and he was building an entire stadium, a mini stadium for his sons to be able to play at during the off season. Shout out to my dog, Aaron. Aaron says, glad to see you back in your element. Green Pill Gang, run it up, run it up. I'm buying the market sale today. I buy the market sale almost every month, bro. I have a date that I buy and I just buy a bunch of stock or whatever. We're going to get into that in the Patreon. Shout out to my dog, Aaron, right? But he's talking about the joys of being a father. And LeVar Ball has largely caught a lot of flack. A lot of parents that are intimately involved in their kids' life and they super supportive of their kids catch a lot of flack on a regular basis, right? And we're talking about this whole Drake thing. They catch a lot of flack for being in their kids' lives and participating and being supportive on a regular basis. But he's saying that, yo, if my kid in any competition, I'm going to be supportive. You know what I see on a regular basis? I'm going to be honest with you. I see men regularly nowadays being much more supportive of their kids than their fathers of yesteryear. I see men, no matter what they're going through, I don't care if they're having a problem with if they had a problem with the way that they grew up and their father wasn't in their life, they doing the reverse. They saying, you know what, I'm going to participate in my kid's life. I don't care if I got a broken relationship, I got a broken marriage. They doing the things that's actually going to generate the best results, right? And so I got to give them a lot of credit. And so that's what Drake was saying. Imagine your son makes the league and he's Ja or Melo or Lonzo. All you can do is be elated and competitive and over supportive. And it's a rite of passage that he said to that, but I'm guessing that's a typo, that the OGs taught. I know I'm going to be this way even if my son is in a Rubik's Cube competition, right? And so he's highlighting that. He's highlighting that. And then you got a troll, Seti Boy. Shout out to Seti Boy, bagging them. I don't even know if that's how you say your name. Seti Boy bagging them. Seti Boy bagging him? Is that what he's saying? Seti Boy bagging him? He says, your son probably playing with ghostwriters. Why? Why do people feel compelled to be able to say whatever they want to say when they want to say it just because you're a public figure? When is it off limits? When do you say, you know what, enough is enough, or you're doing too much, or you shouldn't be saying this or whatever? So when do it become too much, right? Because now, you know, you want to say some slick stuff about my son. And so Drake said, I'm going to be petty. And he says, I just followed your girl because she probably miserable and in need of some excitement in her life. Now, I was like, ooh, Master Troll, biggest artist in the world. Oh, no, fam. I'm going to need you to not follow my wife, right? I'm going to need you to not follow my wife. And so here, we going to go ahead over to my man's profile. So this is your boy, Seti Boy, right here. Seti Boy bagging him, right? And this is his Instagram. And these are what the trolls look like. They feel no need not to cam up anymore. They feeling 100% comfortable. He clout chasing. Now he's making merch. You see the merch that's happening right here? He got his merch life on. Right? But this is him. These are the trolls. These are the dudes that feel comfortable saying whatever it is that they want to say online. They follow them. They are fans, similar to my fans. I'm not Drizzy, obviously, but they follow these dudes. And then they say whatever it is that they want to say. So I said, you know what? Let me see what this chick look like. Because I know Drake ain't just going to jump in anybody's DMs, right? This is Tony Bowden. So apparently she got her followers up because of Drizzy Drake. And this is her, right? This is her. Happy wife, happy life. You need some excitement in your life. You can see the comments is trolling already. But this is her. And she kind of bad. She is. They in their Kia. They making their espresso. You know what I'm saying? They doing their thing. Look, happy family. Got the dog and all of that, right? But now I start getting a little curious. Like, okay, all right, you got your picture up. You looking dope. You got your tattoo out. All right, cool. You got your husband. Shout out to him. Then I'm like, whoa. What y'all think? Y'all think that she a foe for Drake? She a cute girl. Whoa. She a cute girl. Y'all think she a foe for Drizzy? Stay on my chick's DMs, bro. I don't do that. But see, at the same time, I'm not inviting it. Ooh, okay, baby girl. Now, I gotta wonder, though. Like, honestly, do y'all want y'all chick on Instagram looking like this? I mean, I know she a wife, so I would never say anything negative about her. But do y'all want y'all chick on Instagram like that? She a cute girl. And I think that's probably why Drizzy decided that he wanted to jump in her DMs, because he was like, you know what, I can bust that down. Or maybe he was just trolling. But yo, keep my wife's name out your mouth. But at the same time, keep my son out your mouth. Oh, wait a minute. Let me see what we got going on here. She got the swimsuit on. Walk away. You know, honestly, I'm going to be honest with you, and I don't tell anybody how to run their relationships or anything like that. Honestly, I just want my chick to be a wife. I'm not interested in all of the extra. I'm not interested in exploiting her sexually in order to try to get my money up, to get out the Kia and to be able to get into the Benz. I'm not trying to do any of that. I'm just curious. Think about that, because I'm going to drop the link in the description after we go over this Amber Heard thing. Think about that for a second before we start to really deep dive. Do you want Drizzy Drake in your girl's DMs? Is it too much attention? Talk about the trolls. I want to have a conversation about that possibly after we get into this Amber Heard thing. So just keep that in mind. I'm going to reintroduce it. We got a delay on the stream, so we're not worried about not catching anything or whatever like that. But just keep that in mind. Shout out to Jonathan Jaghammer, says, this is a funk around and find out season for these trolls. Man, those is my kids. Those are my kids. Don't talk about you talking about the person that was in Drake. I thought you was talking about the people that was making. Nah, I'm just playing with you, Jonathan. Yo, shout out to Jonathan for the 10 ball. But yeah, the trolls I don't know why people feel so comfortable just saying whatever it is that they want to say online. So keep that in mind. Shout out to you. Shout out to Marcus Hill. Marcus Hill says, Anton, you're a genius. Keep evolving the platform. Love what you're doing. Thank you, my friend. I'm glad that you see the moves that's being made before they're going to be made. We got some more announcements, but we're going to say that tomorrow morning. We are going to still be doing the late night live stream, but we're going to make some adjustments and we're going to make some changes and we're going to see how it plays out. All right. All right. Secondly, so I know the lead attorney covers this. He covers it live, right? I'm not interested in covering it live. I know that's right up his alley. Shout out to the lead attorney. Shout out to my guy, Pocket Watching with JT. I rock with y'all. But Amber Heard finally had the opportunity to start joining the panel and giving her testimony. And I want you guys to join in with me in analyzing this to evaluate whether or not this makes sense for you. I want you to do a live reaction with me and break down this video so that we can go over it, right? And then evaluate whether or not this makes sense. You ready? I want to go over this with you guys. Let's get into it.
Do you remember the first time that he physically hit you?
Yeah.
So what we're looking at right here, ladies and gentlemen, what we're looking at right here is JB said, my woman can't be on IG. Full stop. Really? Dang, y'all pretty deep. Y'all saying y'all woman can't even be on Instagram at all? Your woman can't even be on IG at all, JB? That's crazy, bro. No, you just can't be on there doing crazy stuff. But let's continue. I want to go get into this whole Amber Heard thing, right? Make sure you subscribe to the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. I'm going to drop the link in the description just in case you guys want to come up here. Obviously, you got to be on camera. We're going to get into that. But I want to go over this Amber Heard thing because I want to talk about toxic relationships. That's the thing that I really want to deep dive into, toxic relationships. So we're going to get into her. We're going to get into her testimony, and we're going to see what it is that she got to say.
Do you remember the first time that he physically hit you?
Do you remember the first time that he physically hit you? That's the question. Do you remember the first time that he physically hit you?
Yes.
Please tell the jury about it.
It was it's seemingly so stupid, so insignificant.
Listen, can I be honest with y'all? I think this is the worst acting job of all time, possibly. I believe this is quite possibly one of the worst acting jobs of all time. She does not even look distressed like she's trying to present herself to be distressed. And if I'm in a jury, right away, red flag. Real talk.
I will never forget it. It changed my life. I was sitting on the couch and we were talking. We were having a normal conversation, just there was no fighting, no argument, nothing.
Don't trust these hoes. Don't you trust these chicks? I'm just telling you, bro. This seems so written out, staged, and this does not look like the same. Who directed Aquaman? Wasn't she in Aquaman? Wasn't she in Aquaman? Who directed Aquaman? This does not look convincing at all.
And he was drinking, and I didn't realize at the time, but I think he was using cocaine because it was like there was a jar of cocaine out on the.
So you didn't realize it at the time, but it was a jar of cocaine. A jar. You know how big a jar is? Y'all ever seen a mason jar? Who's his dealer, ma'am? I would like to know. There was a jar of cocaine.
Table. I realize that sounds weird, but it was like an actual vintage jar of it. But I didn't see him use it at the time, so I didn't really factor that in. I just, he's drinking and we're talking. And
so you didn't see it at the time, but now I guess in hindsight, as Monday morning quarterback, you've seen the mason jar. Yo, get out of here with this foolishness, man. Let me rewind this a little bit.
Conversation, just there was no fighting, no argument, nothing. And he was drinking, and I didn't realize at the time, but I think he was using cocaine because it was like there was a jar
Cap.
of cocaine out on the table. I realize that sounds weird, but it was like an actual vintage jar of it.
Yo, shout out to my dog Stacy Rubin says, showing my support for the platform. Much love, Anton and family. This is all cap, ladies and gentlemen.
But I didn't see him use it at the time, so I didn't really factor that in. I just, he's drinking and we're talking, and there's music playing, and he's smoking cigarettes, and
so he's drinking and smoking cigarettes, and y'all talking, and the music playing, and the cocaine is out there on the jar. This is the most trumped up story that I've ever heard in my entire life. This makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Stop it, bro. They're drinking, smoking cigarettes. He's doing cocaine, apparently, but she don't realize that he's doing cocaine. Apparently, he's just sniffing baby powder. Interesting. And drinking and the music playing and they in a good mood. Cool. I just want to frame this whole thing. I haven't seen this, honestly. I seen like a clip of it. I'm like, you know what? I got to bring this to my people. So this is the narrative that she's spreading, right?
Sitting next to each other on the couch. And I asked him about the tattoo he has on his arm. And to me, it just looked like black marks. I didn't know what it said. It just looked like muddled, faded tattoo that was hard to read.
So she asked about a tattoo that he had on his arm. They drink and they smoke and they party and they in a good mood, all of this other type of stuff. This is the narrative that she framed, right? And she's saying that she asked him about a tattoo on his arm. It's a weird tattoo, but she gonna ask him about it.
And I said, what does it say? And he said it says wino. It says wino. And I didn't see that. I thought he was joking because it didn't look like it said that at all. And I laughed. It was that simple. I just laughed because I thought he was joking. And
ma'am, honestly, yo, if this chick can get into some big movies and get into Hollywood, I'm pretty sure that I can do it too. If this chick can get in on some movies and be in Aquaman and be in one of the big blockbuster films, I can do it too. She's trying so hard to make herself so much of a victim. She's running in the Victim Olympics and she's pausing her words and she's talking like this. Is that why you was in an elevator with your other man? Shout out to JC Hernandez. He says for Anton's jar, I'm about to give me a Coke jar. Give me a jar.
And slapped me across the face.
Hold on, let me rewind that really quickly. She said she was just playing and he slapped the piss out of her.
I didn't see that. I thought he was joking because it didn't look like it said that at all. And I laughed. It was that simple. I just laughed because I thought he was joking. And slapped me across the face.
What did Five Fingers say to the face? What did Five Fingers say to the face? He said she asked him about his tattoo. And he said it said wino, and she laughed and he just slapped the piss out of her. This sounds very extreme. So she's framing this as though he's super drunk and he's high and he's in this mood, and she asked him about a tattoo. He said what it was. She laughed and he just slapped the piss out of her. Just out of the blue. That's the first time that he ever slapped the piss out of her. Come on, man. You don't expect us to go for this, do you? Seriously?
And I laughed.
He slapped her?
I laughed because I didn't know what else
Stop, man.
to do. I thought this must be a joke.
Come on. Hold on. Let's rewind this. He slapped her and she laughed.
Because it didn't look like it said that at all. And
He probably just mushed her. Man, shut your
laughed. It was that simple. I just laughed. I was joking.
Hey, C said put some respect on her tattoo.
Slapped me across the face. And I laughed. I laughed because
Hey, you know how you know when somebody is lying? In the middle of their story, they start doing their lips like this. Look at look at right here. A little bit of look, 150. Watch she quiver her lip. She's gonna quiver her lip.
And I laughed. I laughed because
Ma'am, stop it, yo. Stop it. You probably told him he was trash in the Pirates of the Caribbean and that he couldn't dance like Chris Brown and he slapped the piss out of you. No, I'm just joking. I don't believe in domestic violence.
didn't know what else to do. I thought.
So he slapped her,
This
she
must be a
laughed.
joke. This must be a joke. Because I didn't know what was going on. I just stared at him, kind of laughing still.
I don't know any woman in the world that just started laughing. Either she was high or she lying. Because I don't know any woman. Maybe it's just because I deal with Rita. Listen, if I slap the piss out of Rita, it's going to be World War III immediately in this household. Real talk. Listen, I got all of the submission in the world from my chick, but it's going to be a fight up in this mug. It's going to be some furniture moving. Shout out to this old lady. She says her psych was with a whole quack. It's going to be some furniture moving up in this mug if I slap the piss out of Rita. Real talk.
That he was going to start laughing too to tell me it was a joke, but he didn't.
So he slapped the piss out of you and you think that that's a joke? Stop it, yo. You are not a victim.
He said, "You think it's so funny. You think it's funny, bitch. You think you're a funny bitch." And he slapped me again.
He doubled down. He says, what did 10 fingers say to the face? He gave her to Will Smith.
Like, it was clear it wasn't a joke anymore.
All right, I want to see what she did. I have not seen this video yet. I only seen a clip of it. I have not seen this video yet. Shout out to Aaron. He says, this looked like an episode of The Young and the Restless.
And I stopped laughing, but I didn't know what else to do. You know,
My God.
I didn't know what to do.
Hey, Real said this looked like an episode of The Young and the Restless. And then Aaron says, Elon hit it and quit it for a reason she didn't dump in his bed or she'd be missing. Shout out to Real and Aaron for the super chats. I appreciate y'all. This makes no sense whatsoever.
I'm an adult and I'm sitting next to the man I love, and he slapped me for no reason, it seemed like, and I missed the point. It was that stupid. Second slap, I know he's not kidding, but I don't know what else to say or do, so I just stared at him. I didn't say anything. I didn't react.
Rita gonna be all over me like a spider monkey. She'd be climbing up my back, trying to scratch my eyes out if I had slapped the piss out of her like that. Unless we was getting some hanky panky, then she like it. No, too much information.
I didn't move or freak out or defend myself or say, "What are you doing? You're crazy." I just stared at him because I didn't know what else to do.
Listen, I'm not a person that like to divide myself as far as like doing a racial thing, but we got to acknowledge the stereotypes at least, right? I know that all people are individuals, but is this a white woman thing? Honestly, do white women turn helpless when they get decked out, allegedly? Is this honestly? And you know, I rock with people based off of character. I don't really care what color you are. As long as you're a good person, I rock with you. But is this a white woman thing to where and then they set you up later?
And he slaps me one more time.
Ooh, he did 3 times. What did 15 fingers say to the face? I did not see that coming.
I lose my balance. At this point, we're sitting next to each other on the edge of the couch, or I was on the edge of the couch.
How are you? So you lost your balance, but you sitting down.
And I'm all of a sudden realizing that the worst thing has just happened to me that could possibly happen to you. I realized that I wish so much he had said he was joking.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. I don't even know if when we get through this video, I'm going to be honest with you. This is a lie. This is a whole lot, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through this video. This is so extra. Oh, my God. The over-dramatization. Jesus Christ. Hold on. I got to replay that.
And he slaps me one more time. Hard. I lose my balance. At this point, we're sitting next to each other on the edge of the couch, or I was on the edge of the couch. And I'm all of a sudden realizing that the worst thing has just happened to me that could possibly happen to you. I realized that I wish so much he had said he was.
Oh, Jesus. Bro, what jurors and what people in the audience is really sitting through this foolishness?
Because it didn't hurt. It didn't physically hurt me. I was just sitting there on this carpet, looking at the dirty carpet, wondering how I wound up on this carpet and why I was never.
Wait, I thought that she lost her balance because she was sitting down. But the dude slapped the taste out of your mouth and you ended up on the dirty carpet, but it didn't hurt. But you're looking at the carpet. What are you saying, ma'am? You got more adjectives and verbs and descriptions and nouns to describe the situation that's happening.
Why I never noticed that the carpet was so filthy before, and I just didn't know what else to do. I didn't know.
This is not a novel. What the Now you notice how dirty the carpet was. Oh my God. This is going to be a hard fix, ladies and gentlemen. This is going to be a hard fix to get through.
To say, I didn't know how to react. I just sat there thinking, how much time do I have till I figure out what I need to do? Because, God, did he just hit me? No, I didn't want to leave him. I didn't want this to be the reality. I didn't want to have the.
Where's the tears at? It's a lot of exclamation and breathing and hard and wiggle in the voice, but I don't see one tear drop from that eye. Yo, y'all want me to give y'all an acting class? If you want to get a tear out, if you want to try to get a tear out, all you got to do is leave your eyes open for a long time like this. Don't blink for like 5 minutes. Your eyes is going to be watering like crazy. She just shouldn't have blinked. She just shouldn't have blinked. Shout out to Carl Oakley. Carl Oakley says, this trial is another way to take the American people's attention off of something else. Shell games and distractions from the truth. Shout out to Carl Oakley. I appreciate you for the fireball. All y'all got to do is leave your eyes open for a long time and you'll be able to cry. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you.
And I was in love with. I know you don't come back from that. You know, I'm not dumb. I know you can't hit a woman. You can't hit a man. You can't hit anyone. You can't just hit somebody because they. I knew there was no. I knew it was wrong, and I knew that I had to leave him.
Oh God. Yo, do we have to sit through this? Honestly, let me put my glasses on. You dog, they lucky I'm not a cross-examiner. I'd be like, ma'am, stop. Don't do that. Don't do that. If a woman ever start acting like this in front of y'all, just say, ma'am, stop. Don't do that. Don't you do that.
And that's what broke my heart, because I didn't want to leave him. I thought if I got up out of that room, I'd leave the best thing that ever happened to me. And I wish I could sit here and say I stood up and I walked out of that house. And
Makeup still perfect. Ain't a tear that came out. Eyes ain't even glossy. Lips is still chapped. And you still over here acting extra. Stop it, man. I just don't believe it. And maybe I'm a bad guy because of it, but I don't automatically believe every woman that just say anything. That's crazy to me.
I drew a line and I stood up for myself.
She trying to get them tears up. She is working hard on drumming them tears up. I wouldn't be surprised if she can quack one out. Don't you breathe hard on my mic.
Looking at the
Don't you breathe hard on my sure mic. You get your breath off of my mic.
dirty carpet, trying to will myself to get up.
Wait a minute, ma'am. You said this is, bro, what's the name of the guy that was in Menace to Society that was like, you bought the bottle of beer at 12:15. This is a you bought the bottle of beer at 11:15, 12:15 moment. Ma'am, first you said it didn't hurt. Secondly, you said that you were sitting down. Then you said that you had to catch your balance. Now you said that you're looking at the dirty carpet. Now you're trying to recover and get yourself together even though it didn't hurt. Ma'am, ma'am, you said you bought the bottle of beer at 11:15. Look at this dramatic woman. Oh my God.
I was just looking at the dirty carpet, trying to will myself to get up.
Now you got to will yourself.
To walk out of the door because I knew I needed to.
Oh, God.
And I really slowly, I stood up and I remember looking at him in the eye and just looking at him, frankly, because I didn't know what else to do.
So you was giving him the eye. You fearful, you scareful, you scared, but you just you stood up, you walked up, he gave you 15 fingers to the face. He said, whop, whop, whop. He gave you a Will Smith 3 times. You gathered yourself, and then you ice grilled him on your way out the door. Give me a mother effing break. God, Lord, help me to be able to cuss some more. Jesus Christ. Y'all not going to do this to me. Shout out to Self-Engineering. He says, deep breaths, quivering upper lip. How do they quiver the upper lip, though? I don't know how women do that. Because if you're going to quiver, you got to quiver the bottom lip. Let me see. Let me see if I can get this done. Because I need to practice for when I go to court and I can sue some people. I don't know, bro. It's not working. It don't work for me the same way that it worked for these women.
And
Bill Duke, that's his name. Shout out to Bill Duke.
Crying. And like I
Wait, did she say she started crying or he started crying?
Slowly, I stood up and I remember looking at him in the eye and just looking at him, frankly, because I didn't know what else to do.
Really?
And before I know it, he starts crying.
Mm.
And like I
maybe he was practicing for a role. Maybe he was practicing for a new role that he had going on. She said that he started crying. She stood up, she looked at him, and he started crying. He cried on cue.
I've never seen an adult man cry. I didn't even really see my dad cry at my grandma's funeral. It's weird. And he's crying. Tears, just falling out of his eyes. He gets down.
So she wasn't crying, but he was crying. Shout out to Danny L. Says those Karens will Karen at all times. Y'all gonna have to come up on a panel when I drop the link in the chat and help me to understand exactly what a Karen. How do you define a Karen? I'm curious.
On his knees and he grabs my hands and he's touching my hands and he's saying to me, I will never do that again. I'm so sorry, baby. I put the fucker away. I thought I killed it and it's done. I thought I put the monster away and I've done it before. It's done.
Yo, if I say I'm about to pull out the monster, it means something completely different. This sounds like role play to me. This sounds like foreplay. This sounds like an opportunity to get it on the bus down. On the bus down. That's what it sounds like, an opportunity. This don't sound like... Let me stop. Because then they're going to be like, Anton, you're not being sensitive to people and all of this other type of stuff. And then I'm going to be like, well, where you can suck it and all this other type of stuff. Okay, listen, we just going to get straight to the video. We're going to get to more to her crocodile tears. We're going to get it popping.
But on his knees. And
So he on his knees begging.
I didn't have words. I didn't know what to say. I just remember thinking that it was just, he was crying. He seemed so sorry, but I knew I couldn't just forgive him because right? That means it will happen again, no? I've seen that.
So this went through your head at this the whole time. The only thing you can think of is, I can't forgive him because I know it's going to happen again. Girl. Who, what, when, where, why, and how? Self-Engineering. Shout out to Self-Engineering says, she making it sound like a Jodeci or Usher song. Stop it, yo. Women's immediate reaction is to go ham. It's to get out of control. Shout out to Brock. Brock said the buffoonery is at an all-time high. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. Real talk, though. This was a very toxic relationship on both sides. Shaking my head. Agreed. You should have never got with this chick in the first way. She was getting bust down by Elon Musk. She got bust down by the other actor. I forgot what his name was. She was getting passed around anyway.
Class videos, like everyone else. And I got up in my car. I walked to the car. I didn't say anything. I made a point to not say.
You just
oh,
walked
it's
straight to
okay
the
or
car.
anything like
Okay,
that.
ma'am.
I just didn't say anything. I got up. I went to the car. I sat in my.
Yo, I don't see one tear, and I see her composed. All of a sudden, she's very, very composed. Now, listen, I'm not a body language expert, but I do believe that communication is 90% body language. I'm seeing a woman that just went from being absolutely distressed as a result of recalling this story, and now she's 100% composed. She's composed.
I remember thinking that it was just, he was crying. He seemed so sorry, but I knew I couldn't just forgive him because right? That means it will happen again, no? You know, like I've seen the health class videos.
Oh, man.
And I got up in my car. I walked to the car. I didn't say anything. I made a point to not say, oh, it's okay or anything like that. I just didn't say anything. I got up. I went to the car. I sat in my car, and I felt like I sat there forever. I didn't want to turn the key. I just leaned my head up against the window, and I remember just...
Yo, this is a very, very dramatic, drawn out story. Apparently this is a span that happened within just a couple minutes, and this chick is drawing this story out and really painting the picture and adding all kind of colors and dramatic events and adjectives and words and descriptive sentences. And I put my head against the window and I didn't know how I felt. Ma'am, just tell me exactly what happened.
Seeing my breath on the window.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. She's seeing her breath. If this chick is not acting out a movie.
Shield, you know, on the glass of the window of the door, just seeing my breath and trying to will myself to have the strength to know what I should do in this moment, because
you're willing yourself to have the strength to know what you should do in this moment. You're willing yourself to have the strength to know what you should do in this moment. You're willing yourself to have the strength to know what you should do in this moment. Yo, this is insane. I can't believe. Are y'all going for this? If you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury, are you going for this foolishness?
I was heartbroken. And I sat there for a long time, and I eventually turned the key and drove home.
Jesus Christ. Before we continue with this video, I'm curious. Let me check the chat, see what y'all talking about. Yet she said she's not dumb. And the scene. Nope. She lied and created a whole terrible script to double down on it. Beautiful Disaster says I'm weak. Even the ladies ain't rocking with this. White, black, Asian, everybody. Don't people know when they horrible at lying? Everybody is like, nah, no, ma'am. This looks like a Lifetime movie, not a major motion picture on the screen debut, Spider-Man coming home picture. This is not a Marvel movie. This looks like a Lifetime movie.
And what did you do after that?
I don't see one tear yet, ma'am. I don't see one tear yet, ma'am. She would have been better off just telling a story, stoic, chill. Yo, this is how she should have did it. Let me tell y'all, ladies, let me give you a little bit of hint. If you're going to lie, this is how you're going to do it. Yo. Well, maybe she shouldn't say yo. How did he hit you? What was the first time that he hit you? Yo, we was chilling on the couch. I thought everything was a vibe. I sniffed some coke. He sniffed some coke. We did it like this. I took a little bit of dab. And I'm telling you, she should have said, I was looking to get bust down last night. We was having it in. You know what I'm saying? Next thing you know, I asked him, I said, yo, that tattoo look weird. Maybe it's just because I'm high. Maybe it's because I just got done smoking some trees. What is that tattoo doing? I done looked at it 1,000 times and I never noticed it. And he was like, yo, it says wino.
And I was like, ha ha ha. And then he just slapped me, and I thought we was about to get it in. You know, I was getting wet down there. That's what she should have said. But she ain't do all of that. She doing all of this extra emotional, extra no tear crying, and it's whack, yo. It's whack. Even if there's some truth to it, there is an incredible amount of embellishment, which means it's a lie. It is a lie in every way, shape, and form. Shout out to self-engineering. Self-engineering says Pirates of the Caribbean. She should have just, yo, we was both getting high.
I don't know. I don't remember what I did when I got home. I don't remember. I went to my therapist.
You went home and you went straight to your therapist. Ma'am, is that what you're telling me? You bought the bottle of beer and then you went home and you went and visited your therapist.
I told her
Objection, hearsay.
I'll sustain it as to what she may have told her.
I went home and a few days later, started getting, I actually don't know how many days later, but I started getting calls and texts from Johnny.
So wait. Let's back up. So you remember every detail. You remember the particles in the carpet. You remember the breath on the window, the breath of the wild. Shout out to Zelda. You remember putting your head against things. You remember drawing up enough strength. You remember it not hurting. You remember standing up and ice grilling him and looking him in the eye. You remember every tear that came out of his face. You remember all the colors of the rainbow. You remember all of the movies that he acted in. You remember everything, but you can't remember how many days later that you gathered yourself and when he called you. Capadonna.
Apologizing profusely. I mean, just, you know,
I'll sustain it as to what she may have told her.
I went home and a few days later, started getting, I actually don't know how many days later, but I started getting calls and texts from Johnny, you know, apologizing profusely. I mean, just, you know, he said, I'd rather cut my hand off than ever lay it on you or lay it upon you, you know, and he had that way of talking. It felt like poetry.
Is that why you cut his thumb off or his finger or something like that? Is that why you severed his finger? Oh my God.
And he showed up to talk, like with the understanding that.
So you let him come in. You never called the police. You never said anything. You never filed a report. You never filed a PPO. You never did none of that. But he just came over. You went and visited your therapist. Don't professionals have a obligation or a duty to be able to report certain things that happen to their clients or something like that, of abuse or something like that?
You know, he understood I could never forgive him and it was done. So I felt kind of safe in saying, okay, let's have a talk, or, you know, yeah, we'll talk. I think I know I just wanted to see him, and he comes over, brings me gifts. He brought me a couple of cases, actually, of that Vega Sicilia wine that we've heard about.
More drink, more alcohol.
Which is a really nice, expensive wine that I could never, at that time, dream of affording, you know?
Yo, was he a mark? Was Johnny Depp a come up for her? Honestly, that's the thing that I'm really curious about, because I don't know a whole lot about Amber Heard and her background. But now she's saying that she couldn't even dream about affording it at the time. And was he an opportunity to come up? Was Johnny Depp a come up story for her?
And we talk, and he tells me that he had put this thing away.
Don't
I
talk about
trust
the
him.
monster
That
again.
it would never happen again. Of course, it would never happen again.
Don't do the monster.
That he put this thing away. He killed the fucker, is what he said to me over and over again. Put that fucker away. I killed that monster.
I knew it. 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 Ooh. can't fool me. You can't fool me. I knew it. You can't fool me. Bro, this is the worst scripted movie that I've ever seen in my entire life. She did exactly what I predicted that she was going to do. She did exactly what I predicted that she was going to do. I knew it. I knew that she was going to say it. I knew it immediately. I knew exactly where she was going. Ray Charles could see where that was going. If you telling me that this chick is accurately telling the truth, you are so delusional, and I got a bridge to sell you.
That I could trust him. That
I'm
it
about to
would never
replay
happen
that.
again. Of course, it would never happen again. That he'd put this thing away. He'd killed the fucker is what he said to me over and over again. I put that fucker away. I killed that monster.
I signed a petition to get Amber out of Aquaman. Bro, that was so predictable that she was going to say that. I have not been following this trial like that. Come on, y'all. If y'all can't see what's happening, this is insane.
I'll kill it again. It's done. I'll never lay a hand on you again. And I wanted to believe him. So I chose to.
I can't
Stay
believe
in
it.
the relationship.
Y'all really falling for this.
Yeah, I did. I
Wait. Say that again, Judge. Ask her one more time.
believe him. So I chose to.
Chose to stay in the relationship.
Yeah, I did.
Y'all going for this foolishness? Are y'all going for the foolishness?
I believed it. But, I believed it wouldn't. I believed that there was a line he wouldn't cross again, and that was it.
Are y'all going for this foolishness? As I eat my banana, are y'all really going for this foolishness? Are y'all really falling for the okie doke right now? I hope that the jury absolutely washes this chick with this $50 million defamation lawsuit. 100%, bro. That is the biggest cap I've ever seen in my entire life.
And
Oh, not
so
one
you stayed,
tear.
correct? You stayed in the relationship.
Yes.
Okay.
So
Okay, ma'am.
is this a good time, Your Honor?
You can keep going a little longer, please.
Okay.
Thank you.
So could you please describe for the jury
Whose lawyer is this?
the
Is this her lawyer, or is this obviously this ain't the other lawyer, because this got to be her lawyer. And if I'm her lawyer, I'm like, hey, ma'am, I'm sorry, judge and jury, can I please have a moment with my client? Babe, you're going to have to do better. I seen your performance. I know you can do much better than this. You're going to have to do better.
evolution of your relationship after that time with Johnny?
A link to the Patreon is in the description, as well as pinned to the top of the chat. I'm actually replacing the I'm replacing the Patreon link pinned to the top of the chat with the call in. You are more than welcome to be able to call in. I want to know what you think about men jumping in women's DMs. I want to know what y'all think about wives off limits, kids off limits, trolls, Amber Heard. If you have any comments whatsoever, make sure you jump on camera, and I'd be happy to get you up here. If not, then we just gonna continue to go through this bad testimony. This is horrible.
I don't know how long it was until things got bad again.
You don't know how long it was, ma'am.
He did start drinking again. I remember it was almost, he'd start drinking again, the disappearing thing, the coming back. He'd come back like in the middle of the night to my.
Yeah, maybe he went to the casino. Listen, first of all, this is Johnny mother effing Depp right here. All right. Johnny Depp did Pirates of the Caribbean. He did Blow. He did Donnie Brasco, I think. Johnny Depp has a catalog that's greater than some of the greatest actors of all time. Fam, this is Edward Scissorhands. This man is not married to you. He does not live with you. He is more than welcome to be able to come and go in the middle of the night as he please. Go and get him some cocaine. Do what he do. Go get him some blow. He's stressed out. He got a lot going on in his life. He got his chick. She being bussed down by some other chicks. She trying to set him up. He already know it. She about to try to ruin his career. This is a great man. There's no reason why this man should not be able to come and go as he please in the middle of the night. Jesus Christ.
House. And it would be unclear to me, drunk, often really drunk, and kind of accusing me, but not directly. Nothing was very direct. It was a lot of accusations. But
protect yourselves, fellas. Protect yourselves. If you are uber successful, protect yourselves, because then you will find yourself in a courtroom with a chick lying like this,
they were
allegedly.
Veiled. What I was wearing, who I was with, why didn't I text him back? I didn't text him back right away.
And he was absolutely right, because you was out there getting bussed down by the richest man in the world. At least she cheated up, didn't she?
This was when I was at my place in Orange. Sometimes he would show up to catch me. That was a pretext for coming over. And by the
How do you know this, ma'am? And listen, fellas, you may not be that smart, you may not be that wise, but if you have this inkling or suspicion that your chick is doing something that she's not supposed to do, you are probably right.
by the time we were done talking, I would have thought I had convinced him that I loved him, that I only loved him, there was no one else, and then that we were back in an upswing and would go back to good, loving.
How were you on the upswing? What are you at the casino? What you at the table letting it roll? What you at the blackjack table? What you playing baccarat? What do you mean you're on the upswing? What does that mean? Shout out to Sir Shy. Sir Shy says, Amber, you were messing with James. That's his name. James Franco. James Franco, listen, he knew that it was cameras everywhere. I seen that footage of James Franco actually going into the elevator with his hat down. What you mean you're on the upswing? You was getting bussed down for the bust down. She was for the streets. Amber Heard is for the streets.
Like sick, romantic love. Like kind, sweet, velvety love.
Nah, you wanted something else. I know what you wanted. You wanted some, God, I can't even say that on the stream.
It would be something I said. Why did you say it that way? If I had to leave for an audition, I could guarantee that when couldn't guarantee, but 2 of those in a row. And when
oh my God, this chick is so overly dramatic. Lord, help us.
I came back, he was angry at me, and I wouldn't necessarily know why. And then he started accusing me of things, probably at first it was indirect and then it became really direct. Then the punching of the walls next to my head, which is a constant.
Now, I believe that Johnny Depp was punching some walls. He knew that there was some stuff going on with his chick and with his life. And he was like, and this is the conversation that we just had on the People Let's Talk the other day, right? We was talking about the toxicity in relationships and the difference between how it is with abuse and so on and so forth, right? Real talk. This man was punching walls. I believe that he was punching walls, but I don't think he was punching the walls by her head. I don't think it was like Bane. He was not Bane by her head and she was ducking and he was punching walls. That's not what it is. Stop painting this picture the way it is.
At that time in 2012, when he was drinking, eventually that became, him accusing me of cheating. I'd defend myself. I'd say, that's crazy. You're wrong. I would never. The normal things. And it would escalate.
Bro, do you know how hard it is to punch dry? Like, you still gonna hurt your hand. You might get through it, but you gonna hurt your hand. If you just punching random drywall, that junk hurt. Y'all know how sheetrock drywall, do you know how hard it is to, you can get through it, but you definitely gonna have some bruises, and you better make sure you hit it the right way, because your knuckles is gonna be broke. Ain't nobody just punching drywall like that, yo.
late
If she'd told me he kicked the wall, that's one thing. But ain't nobody just randomly punching drywall.
to the point where he would push me or shove me down, and then I'd get back up. And this happened several times. That's why it's not more specific, I suppose. When I'd get back up, I'd look him in the eye. I made a point of getting up.
So every time you get up, you ice grill this dude. He push you down, he slap you, he do all of that, and you get back up and you look him in the eye and you don't say nothing. You ain't never did no police report. You ain't never did nothing. You ain't told your mama. You ain't told your daddy. Nobody in your household. You just leave, or you just ice grilling.
And looking him in the eye. It's my way of defending myself at that time. And I'd look at him, and he'd ask me if I wanted to go again, and shove me back down. Eventually, he just hit me.
Why would he say, do you want to go? Oh, God. Gosh. Is there any other women that can corroborate Johnny Depp's toxicity in relationships and that he be slapping them and putting them down and all of this? I want to know this because usually this doesn't just happen one time. This is a regular thing. Shout out to Danielle, says, all this word salad has me confused now. I don't even know what she's talking about anymore. Facts. Come on, man.
Remember, he hit me in the face when I denied having an affair with my ex-wife, my ex-partner at the time.
Wait. Amber Heard is different? Is Amber Heard bisexual? Listen, I'm so in the dark. If it ain't about no money, the only reason that this trial even remotely piques my interest is because of the toxicity that came with relationships, and it's coming with a $50 million defamation suit. And I'm sure that Johnny Depp has lost a ton of bags as a result of dealing with this chick. Was Amber Heard talking to other chicks before she got with John? Before she got with Johnny? I did not know that. That is news to me.
And he said he had proof. I denied it. And I was walking out of the bedroom, slapped me across the face. I turned.
I don't think I can deal with this anymore.
to look at him. And I said, Johnny, you hit me. You just hit me.
I can't do it. I just can't do it. I'm sorry. I can't do it. This is too much. This right here, I can't do it. Listen, I know my dog Chaotic. Shout out to Chaotic. I know Chaotic he's an advocate for black women acting like white women as far as what it is that he describes them being all quiet. But I think that women are women, honestly. I think that there is no separation for how it is. And listen, I think that women are women, and I think they all move a specific way based off of the men that they're around, and that you enable bad behavior when you continue to enable this. I'm not going to sit here and watch this foolishness. I can't do this. I can't do this chick just continuing to run in the Victim Olympics and pretend like this man was just busting her down. I'm not going for it. Didn't they already prove that she had fake bruises and fake blood in her nose and stuff like that? Didn't they already prove that? Like she was putting nail polish in her nose or some crap? I'm not about to entertain this foolishness. Let me see what y'all talking about in the chat. I'm trying very, very hard not to cringe at the fakery of her acting the victim too late. Maybe this is why she wasn't getting the roles until they put in a good word for her. Because this is bull crap, bro. This is so cap that I've never seen more cap happen in my life ever in my life of capdom. Are y'all really taking this serious? Are y'all taking this chick serious? And then it makes it difficult for me, ladies and gentlemen, because I can't defend my ladies when you have people like this as a representation, or you've empowered this woman to become what it is that she's become, right? You have this woman that is clearly at the very least, embellishing and making this story way more traumatic than it has to be, which in my opinion is a lie. You ain't got to lie to kick it. Craig, you ain't got to lie. Why are y'all continuing to enable this bad behavior? Women, you got to get off code. Y'all have to get off code. You cannot continue to run in this Victim Olympic and continue to enable this woman to continue to rock with y'all. Because I'm gonna be real with you. Like women, stay on code for women. Sometimes they separate themselves based off of race, which does not make sense to me, but women are rocking with women. And if you continue to enable this bad behavior, this is why you got a lot of dudes that's getting out of jail after 1, 2, 15, 20 years because they got accused of something that they didn't do. And I wonder how many other dudes is suffering because Johnny just so happened to have some money. Johnny said, yeah, I know you messed up my job, but I'm coming back for you. He just so happened to have some money to be able to defend himself. And so now we get an opportunity to see it in real time in public, but it's a lot of guys that's suffering silently as a result of dealing with women like this that do not have their best interests at heart. It is the worst case scenario for a man not to have resources, be subjected to a toxic woman like this. They will lie, they will cheat, they will remove your finances, they will remove your ability to be able to provide for yourself, and then get on stand and embellish. This is insane. Is this y'all hero? Is this who y'all completely rock with? Is this who y'all rock with? I'm not going for it. So, I think that's gonna be it for me today. She wore me out. Honest to God, she wore me out. I can't continue to deal with this. I won't do it. So back to our regularly scheduled program, ladies and gentlemen. Get this hoe off my screen. Get this funky thing off my screen. Again, shout out to Teach Hanley, sponsor of the live stream. 30% off your first order plus a free gift. And then if you have not already, make sure you subscribe to the Patreon. Link is in the description as well as pinned to the top of the chat. We get into the money tomorrow. We get into the Monday. Yeah, we getting on the no fumble Fridays. No fumble in the bag on Fridays. It's Thursday Eve. I know a lot of y'all get y'all check early. Do not fumble the bag. Make sure you take care of it and you caress it. You take care of it like a little child, right? If you need personal coaching, make sure you tap in. Link is in the description of all of the social media platforms as well as my website for you to be able to get in contact with me. Send me an email, antondaniels413@gmail.com, and we're going to get you popping. I love you. I appreciate you. Jeffrey says, the irony of the situation she ended up doing a woman's empowerment speech talking about domestic abuse. Ain't that crazy? While at the same time, she's perpetuating the problem. Matt G says, appreciate you, Anton. Keep being great. In the words of Chaotic Truth, get her out of here. Shout out to y'all. I got some great things coming up tomorrow and on Saturday. I might do a special live stream on Saturday. All right. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, but I need y'all to do me one more. Hold on. Watch this. Let me bring it back one more time. Hold on. Let me bring it back one more time. This is y'all queen.
Do you remember the first time that he physically hit you?
Yes.
Please.
No. Cap. Queen. That is the person that y'all rock with the most. But Anton is going to hold everybody accountable because I'm an equal opportunity accountability partner. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all, but I need y'all to do me one more thing before we get up out of here. Make sure you tell your family and friends. We don't want to get to the bag by ourselves. I love you. I appreciate you. Again, you guys are my life. Shout out to my fans with all of the fan appreciation pages out there. Thank you for promoting me. I love you. Bag Chasers. New video coming up soon.